lenders are a critical sector where, in fact, the AML regulations are very, very critical in terms of being able to ensure that there is integrity within the financial institutions. And so therefore, the lenders get a lot of challenges in terms of being able to comply with the AML regulations. Now, some of the challenges that we get are meeting regulatory requirements. So we have got various laws, various regulations. The Procurement Act, the Proceeds of Crime and Anti-Money Laundering Act. We have the FATF recommendations. We also have got the ISMLAG laws and et cetera and et cetera. And so these laws are very, very complex in terms of them actually continuously changing. And so therefore this then becomes a challenge for financial institutions to be able to ensure that they go by these laws. Now, the other aspect is implementing of effective AML procedures and policies. Yeah, so the procedures and policies, you see, they are supposed to be drafted based on the institution's business model, based on the institution's risk profiles, and so therefore this then becomes a real challenge, as it were. Yeah. So we have another risk, which is identifying high-risk customers. Now, high-risk customers are those customers who are transacting maybe in regions that I've got countries that are actually risky. Risky in the sense that they have been flagged by the FATF, and they have been flagged also by kind of ISMLAG. It is very difficult now to identify these high-risk customers because, for one, they are likely to hide their identity. So hiding the identity, you may not be able to get to understand this. But of course, the lenders have got a way of being able to use certain procedures to be able to identify them in terms of KYC, in terms of EDD, enhanced due diligence, and we'll be talking about this in a short while. Now, the other challenge is maintaining accurate records. As a financial institution, you have got to ensure that your systems, your recording systems, capture sufficient information that then responds to your response to the FATF regulations. We also have got training staff. In terms of training staff, what are the curriculums of your staff? And in fact, staff have got to understand the regulations. They have got to understand the regulations and to get to understand, the policies. So if you have training for staff, then what sort of curriculums have your staff attaining? And again, we have a problem in terms of staff turnover, because staff turnover may hinder the fact that you may not be able to give a consistent level of expertise. Yeah, so therefore the other aspect is managing false positives. Now, false positives, you see, if the system actually flags a customer's transaction, which is actually okay, and it flags it as suspicious transaction, this may actually cause delays and in fact have a cost for the institution, as it were.